One thing that I'm starting to understand is that a lot of us have the ability to see, but not a lot of us have clear vision. And what I mean by that is you can see stuff that's in front of you. You can see the jobs that are on LinkedIn. You can see the relationships that you could potentially maybe have off the dating apps, or you can see the people that you have a crush on physically. But the thing that separates people that can see from people that have vision is that people that have vision are able to see what's not physically there. These are people that are able to look into the spiritual realm, and they can look into the future almost in their own lives, and they can come up with things, and they can start to physically work towards things that don't exist. And that's when you become a visionary. I believe that as humans, as spirits, it's not our jobs to keep recreating what has been. It is our job to use our gifts of vision to manifest something different. I believe the way that the world progresses and the way that we progress as a person individually is being able to have a clear vision and being able to believe in it enough and create it day by day. And even if nobody else sees it and shares that same vision, that you're able to still work towards it. The thing about being truly connected to spirit, being connected to your own soul, is the fact that you can't trust everything in these two eyes right here. You have to be able to unlock and enter into the spiritual realm using your third eye, using your imagination. It's the same thing as when you go to sleep. You have these dreams. Everybody has dreams, right? And this is kind of like a vision because these are pictures, these are images. This is a state of future, a situation that doesn't presently exist, but you see it and it's real to you, because even when you wake up, you can experience real emotions based off a dream. And that is the same way. The dream state is similar to how you are when you have a vision. When you have an idea for something that you really want to pursue, you need to have the emotions, just like you would have with the dreams, to be attached to your vision. And the thing that quickly will block you from being a visionary is doubt. You clearly see it in your mind, but you somehow doubt that you can have it. And you can even physically see somebody else with it potentially, or they're trying to manifest that same thing as you, but you still have a doubt that it's possible because it hasn't been done before. It hasn't been achieved. But that's what makes people great. That's what makes people memorable. Everybody who we think about is people that did things that no one would have thought would have ever occurred. Like there was a point where people did not believe that we could have hot air balloons and airplanes and that we could ever lift off the ground. But someone had to be a visionary for that. Even this phone that I'm on right now, somebody had to be a visionary, and someone had to be like, okay, we have these phones where we can type on the buttons, but what if we had a phone where we could connect to the entire world and we could find out any information we want, and we could take pictures and have a visual that we can look at every day? I'm sure when people first heard this idea, they're like, that's crazy. Like, you can't do that. Like, witchcraft is that? Like, you cannot do that. But that's the thing. That's the thing about using the God energy that we all have, is that when you tap into that and you're like, you know what? No, I see this picture in my mind and this is what I want for myself. And I know it's impossible, but I know it's possible for me. That's where you become dangerous. And I feel like that's where our God-given abilities come from. It's like, I believe that we're all given the same type of abilities as God. God is able to create. God is able to destroy. God is able to heal. God is able to curse. God is able to see into the future. God is able to look into the past. There's so many things out of those attributes that we can do. We can bless somebody, or we can hurt somebody. We can create something that's never been seen before, nobody's ever thought of. Or we could ruin an entire invention. We could ruin an entire population. We could, damage and destroy it. We have choice. And I feel like this is where we are the descendants of God, because on this earth, we're able to use it as our playground to do what we want to do. And in order to really get the best use out of a playground, you have to first play. I feel like we're now so scared of just being able to play and dance around in ideas. And it's very abnormal compared to what we were like when we were kids. When we were kids, everything was a game, everything was play, everything was possible. And that state was so powerful. And you notice a lot of kids are more creative than adults. That's because they allow themselves. They haven't been tricked out of being creative. All my life, I used to draw. I used to literally draw almost every single day. I used to paint and draw, and I used to do things that I would never even think of doing now. Like I would sometimes use my mom's makeup to color a drawing that I just made. Like I would just use all my resources to create something new. And I think as I kept drawing and kept drawing and kept drawing, and then eventually the idea of it becoming a career became a thing for me. I think that's where I lost the fun in it. And then my imagination started to go away because I realized when it came to pursuing a career in art, I believe that my imagination was going to be someone else's imagination, or the value that I had on my creation, somebody else would have to appreciate it the same way as me. So I had to start proving myself and proving my ideas and my visions to other people. And it wasn't my idea anymore. It wasn't my creation. It wasn't it wasn't even fulfilling for me no more. Like it's not valuable to me. I remember when I used to post the images on Instagram, and I used to have people that I'm not friends anymore with or really talk to, and they used to critique, the art that I would post, which was very rude, but they would critique what I would post, and I noticed that that was chipping away at my creative ability. That was chipping away at my imagination. It wasn't chipping or removing it. It was more so a blockage was starting to form. The creative flow, the energy that was coming through me started to become blocked. And it became blocked by my mental, because I couldn't really blame the other person, because if I was solid mentally where I was at, I wouldn't have allowed that mental blockage to form in my own creativity. And the reason why I'm speaking about this is because this ties back to vision. To create art, to create anything, to be creative, you have to have vision. You have to see on the blank paper what's not already there. And that's why some people just don't see themselves as artists, because you need to have thick imagination and you need to be able to see the line when it's not there. And I think that's the ability I've always had growing up, is I've always been able to see lines that aren't there. I've had this type of visions of, things that other people don't see. And I was always able to tap into that. And then people would be like, wow, like I didn't even know that was possible. Or I wouldn't even done it the way that you did it. And that's the thing. You just have to be able to look in between the lines and see lines that aren't there. It's kind of like those, pens that use like UV light, and you couldn't see what the person was writing unless you had the UV light shining over the pen, like where they wrote. It's kind of like that. You have to have that vision in your life that you can see something that's to someone else it's just a blank piece of paper, but to you have almost that UV light vision to see what's not there. And once you see what's not there, you can make something new. And then once you make something new, you're going to be rewarded for it. You're going to be the person people look to, because you're going to start the trends. You're the one who's getting the downloads from the universe, and you're the one who's putting it out. Literally, it's kind of like God is working through you, because God creates new things through us. We're the beings that are able to manifest things. So whenever you allow yourself to create and allow yourself to be that leader in society and to channel those ideas, you are allowing God's will to be manifested through you. It's good that you see things other people don't see. And it's good that they disagree with you, because they have to. How can you stand out as a leader if other people have the same ideas as you and they're doing the same thing as you? That makes you average. So people have to disagree with you at first. You have to have some opposition, because once you have the opposition, it puts you in the position of being over them. So live in that. Live in your ideas. Play in those ideas. Be able to express yourself. And then you'll normally have doubts. All of us have doubts. I made doubts even making this video, making this YouTube channel. But it's not about never having doubt or never having fear. It's about the actions that you take and you don't take. So the fact that I'm making an action right now towards something that I want to do, which is to communicate to you, is everything. Everything is about intention and action. It's not about what's going on in your mind with the doubts and the worries and the fears. It's about you being able to hear those doubts in your mind and be like, I'm still going to do this anyways because I want to. And I know, and you have to be able to tap into your spirit because your spirit knows what you need. Your spirit doesn't work always with your mental. Your mental is part of your human body, but your spirit is intangible, just like them ideas. And if you think about it, our whole body is just a creation that is constantly creating something new. What I mean by that is you were created by the Creator, God, and then your body is working tirelessly to create new cells for you. As the body's creating new cells for you so that you can live, you're also using your body to create physical things in reality. You're typing up these papers, you're writing this book, you're creating this dance routine, you're drawing, you're creating this song, you're creating this poetry, you're creating. A creator had to create you. Your body has to create in order for you to create. So you need to be fully in your spiritual alignment of creation. I believe that's what all of us are here to do. I don't believe in people always having to do what everybody else is doing. I believe that you should be here for the progression of the universe and progression of this planet right here, Earth. You are assigned to this planet and you're here in real time to create. So since it's the natural order of this universe to create and make things for us, you should also be in that flow and allow yourself to be. Because all it's really about is allowing. Because it's already the way of the universe. So it's really just you allowing, and allowing. But yeah, guys, I think that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I just hope that you use this as inspiration to never stop believing in your vision. Never stop believing in your creations. And allow yourself to be fully present in your God energy. Because that's how you're going to get the money that you want and the relationships that you want, everything that you want. This is very critical and serious information, really. And it's not a game. It's fun to create, but what I'm talking about right here is not a game. This is your life, and allow yourself to take it serious by having fun. Allow yourself to take life serious by having fun. And yeah, that's all I have to say. And I will see you guys in my next video. See you later.